Hi guys, it's that time of year. Vader Saber 1984, also known as that drunk guy and his bullshit opinion. It is Wrestlemania time coming up here pretty quick. So, like always, I do my predictions. Wrestlemania 42, Las Vegas. So, without further ado, grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a smoke, grab on your butts, your balls, your boobs, whatever you got, because here we go.
This is Vader Saber 1984.
That drunk guy and his bullshit opinion. Freedom of speech, bitch!
Yeah. Drunk guy and his bullshit opinion.
That drunk guy and his bullshit opinion.
This drunk guy and his bullshit opinion.
This drunk dude. He thought he was gonna pay us to do you.
Okay, first things first, let's go ahead and get the disclaimer out there for WrestleMania. I am not, nor ever will be, affiliated with TKO or WWE. This is not to be used as a gambling assistant for those of you that are placing bets. So I am not liable for your loss of money or entitled to any of your winnings. Unless you feel generous, I will accept a donation. However, I am not a consistent watcher of the product, so this is all just a guess. And since I don't really follow the storylines, if you can see, I really... you can go back and you can watch last year's predictions, and you can actually see I really don't know jack, because most of my predictions were wrong. But since I used to love wrestling so much, why not go ahead and take a crack at the granddaddy of them all, WrestleMania 42, Las Vegas. So, yeah, night one. First off, you have the Vision being Logan Paul and Austin Theory, and I Show Speed, the YouTube influencer, versus the Usos and LA Knight. Now, that's a 6-man tag team match. If you know your wrestling history, you can always guarantee that anytime there is a famous celebrity, I'm going to go ahead and say Vision and I Show Speed. They're going to go ahead and win. Just look at the history, and they always try and give those guys the one up. Am I looking forward to it? Might be a decent tag match, but 6-man tag, it's going to be a lot of people in and out. I doubt they're actually going to use I Show Speed very much, other than a couple of high spots. So I predict Logan Paul. I don't like the Usos, never have, never will. LA Knight, so not a fan. But Logan Paul gets the win with Austin Theory and I Show Speed. Match number 2. This is an unsanctioned match. It's going to be Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre. Now, in all due honesty, I'd rather Drew McIntyre win this one, but Fatu's kind of, they're kind of giving him a push in my mind since last year, and he did pretty good last year. He actually put on a more entertaining match than I thought, and for some reason in my mind, I think they're just kind of sweeping Drew McIntyre under the rug until he either retires or, ends his contract with WWE. So, not really looking too forward to that match. So, moving on to number 3. Third match is going to be Stephanie, who's the current women's world champion, versus Liv Morgan. Now, I'm not a huge knowledge guy of Stephanie. I'm pretty sure she's going to retain. I'd rather Liv win, but with Stephanie being newer to the roster since like 2025, getting up to the big show of WWE, I'm pretty sure they're going to let her have it. Liv is the vet in my mind, so I'd rather her win it, but I don't know too much about Stephanie. Haven't watched any of her stuff, so just me guessing. Stephanie retains and wins. Match number 4. All right, this is going to be AJ Lee, who is the current women's intercontinental champion, versus Becky Lynch. Now, personal likings aside, Becky Lynch, I've never been a fan. Mainly it's because a woman who refers to herself as the man. I'm the man. No, you're not. You're a woman. Shut up. But she is the veteran, I think. In my mind, AJ Lee, yeah, she's been in there too. I'm pretty sure Becky Lynch's going to win this one. just because she's been back, and I think people might enjoy her, a little bit more. And I really don't care too much for this match, to be honest. And I'll get to that here after this next match. But I'm going to say Becky Lynch wins, new champion. Number 5. All right. This one is going to be a Fatal 4 tag team match for the Women's Tag Championship. A lot of names on here, so bear with me. You're going to have Nia Jax and Lash Legend, who are current champions. They're going to be taking on Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. And then the team of Bayley and Laura, and then the Bella Twins. Now, I've never liked the Bella Twins. I don't think they're worth anything. I mean, maybe 20 years ago. Not a fan of Charlotte Flair. She's hogged the spotlight for long enough. So I'm pretty sure she's just going to be the vet in there, kind of getting some, kind of controlling most of it. But on the other hand, we got Alexa Bliss and Bayley, 2 of my favorite females, who are actually in the WWE. Not just because they're gorgeous, but because they're really good workers. Nia Jax, yeah, she's lost a lot of weight, but I don't know anything about Lash Legend, so I really couldn't tell you. Bella Twins can just kick rocks for all I care. Overall, I do want Bayley and Laura to win. I really think they deserve it. Not taken away from Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, because that's a lot of good talent too. But I got a love for Bayley, and I'm really hoping for new tag team champs. So I'm going to say they're going to be new champs, and that's only me hoping. But I wouldn't be surprised if they give it to the damn Bella Twins, to be honest. Moving on, match number 6. That's going to be a singles match versus Seth Rollins versus Gunther. Now Seth Rollins, kind of coming back after his injury, and then Gunther, he's kind of been on a slower roll, kind of like they're giving him big matches. He retired John Cena, blah, 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 blah. There's no title on the line. I know it'll probably be a decent match considering Seth Rollins is, he is actually pretty good for being a little guy, but I'm actually going to give this to Gunther. But I mean, with Seth coming back, they could give it to him, but I'd rather Gunther win. So that's who I'm going to go with. Last but not least, and probably the best match on the first night of WrestleMania, April 18th, which will be Saturday, the main event, Cody Rhodes, who is the current undisputed champion, and that will be against Randy Orton, the legend killer himself, with Pat McAfee. Now, got a little bit of this in my mind of how it might play out, how I want it to play out. A lot of people are tired of Cody Rhodes. He has been running really hard the past several years. Main event spotlight, and Randy's kind of been sitting in the back. Does he need championship? No. Does he deserve it? Yeah, he's probably the longest running veteran on the roster. So my prediction is Randy Orton's going to win. Got a new champ, but for some reason I have an idea that there will be a run-in or some shenanigans. Of course, you've got Randy Orton and you got Pat McAfee. So I'm wondering if, since they're playing the heel role, going to have some kind of interference. But I'm pretty sure everybody's tired of Cody Rhodes being the champ, and I think the WWE universe is, on board with giving it to Randy. And I wouldn't be so mad at it either, just because Randy is that damn good. And as I've said in the last video that I did, that crap they gave him last year at WrestleMania, just absolutely no. Like, you don't do that. Randy Orton's too good just to give some smiling no-name guy from NXT with a terrible gimmick. No, sorry. Now, also, you guys, just kind of give you a heads up, I am not using like an AI, like Chat GBT or anything like that for my prediction. Let's go ahead and get to night 2. Now, most times people are, night 2's better matches, I don't know about all that. The match of the night is going to be Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar. Just a regular singles match. Now, with Brock, I think he's going to win. He only comes back so often. I know he's getting up there in age, and, he's just coming up from NXT. He probably doesn't have the experience, but I just really don't think that Brock's going to lay down on a big payday for something like this. He might, kind of pass the torch, but I'd rather Brock win. Second match of the night. Now, this is going to be the 6-pack ladder match. That'll be for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. The current champion is Penta. So the other guys you're going to have in there is Javon Evans, Dragon Lee, JD, you got Rusev, and Rey Mysterio. So Penta's a champ. He has been working a lot, doing everything. Not saying he's not talented, but my prediction of him last year, now that he's there this year for this WrestleMania, pretty sure they're going to give it to him and he's going to retain. I really do want Rey to win. However, I think since Rey and Dom are on this, same WrestleMania, two different cards, or same card, excuse me, I'm pretty sure Dom's not going to let Rey win this. And, that'd be great if it affects Dom's match, and we'll get to that. However, I'm going to say Penta retains and wins with Dom or somebody running in. Match number 3. Probably, I don't know. Take it as you want. This is just my bullshit opinion. You've got Jade, who is the current champion, and Rhea Ripley, and this is going to be for the WWE Women's Championship match. Jade's current champion. I don't know how or why they gave the female version of Goldberg a title when she's messed up so much. But then again, you got Rhea Ripley looking like a prison inmate with all those trashy tattoos. And are we sure we can call this women's championship match? Because they both kind of look like dudes. That aside, I'm going to have to say Rhea wins, and she gets the strap back. It's been a while that she hasn't had it. I know she's had some injuries and coming back. I'd like to see Rhea win because Jade sucks. All right. Let's get to match number 4. Okay, so this is going to be for the United States Championship. You got Sami Zayn, who's the current champion, and he's taking on Trick Williams. Now, quite frankly, who the hell is Trick Williams? Now, they probably give it to him just because he's a new face. Yeah, he's been in the company for the past 6 years, but, they both had the U.S. strap, and I don't really see them changing it with it being this recent of Sami Zayn. I may be wrong, but might be some kind of an interference or mess up, but that's where I was saying earlier about maybe KO, Kevin Owens, because Sami Zayn, hey, those guys are always screwing each other over, right? And they're best friends. And so I don't know. If KO does make a return at WrestleMania, the only possibility I would see them giving it to Trick Williams is if Kevin Owens came in and screwed it over for Sami Zayn or possibly helped him. All right, let's get to match number 5. All right, that's going to be the Demon, Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio. This is going to be nice, simple, and easy. Okay, the Irishman wins. All right, you know why? Because fuck Dominic Mysterio. Okay, he plays a good heel. All right, he really does. I give him that. But he's just a trash wrestler. He's not good. My belief is he needs to go to Mexico, stay down there, and learn from some real luchadors. He's got the greatest luchador father that is a legend, yet he still can't even hold a thumb or lace his boots. So, Finn Balor. And honestly, I'd like to see Ray come in there and screw that up for him. There's not a title on the line or anything, but why they're putting that as the co-main event, honestly, I think that should have been reversed with Brock. You put Brock as a co-main event. That'd be a little bit more interesting. The main event. This one's going to poke a few the wrong way. For the World Heavyweight Championship, current champion is CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. Now, if anybody has ever watched any of my stuff, then you already know my position on both of these wrestlers. I loathe CM Punk. He's not believable. He got the crap and ever-living shit kicked out of him in UFC. So he's not a believable wrestler. This hurts my heart saying it. I'd rather Roman Reigns win and get the title back. He's just I don't know. He's trash. Like, I've never liked CM Punk, ever. And Roman Reigns is such a fan favorite. Everybody loves that, whatever, the head of the table bullshit he does. However, I'm guessing Punk will have a run-in and keep the title, even though I'm still saying I want Roman to win this. However, I think it's going to be a crappy-ass main event because CM Punk. Now, if The Rock happens to come in and help Roman Reigns win, that'll make it entertaining. But the fact is CM Punk's a little bitch, and I don't think he could ever win in a real fight whatsoever. He's not a believable champion, and I really hope he gets the ever-living shit kicked out of him and has to retire. I really do. Matches I'm looking forward to. Definitely going to be Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. Definitely looking forward to that match because I believe Randy Orton does deserve it. And I think they could really do some good work together. Second match I'm interested in is probably going to be the ladder match. Anytime they ever do a ladder match at WrestleMania, it's always really good. And, Ray being in there, this could be one of his last matches. So that's going to be my second match I'm looking forward to. Third, I guess maybe Brock, watching him just because of the namesake and he's getting on up there. Following that, I'm going to have to say the Logan Paul match. You might not like him and he's probably a dickhead, but he's actually getting pretty good in the ring and he's fun to watch. So looking forward to that one. Overall, yeah, it's going to be the Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. That's going to be my number one. Am I looking forward to this WrestleMania? Not really. Those are my predictions of WrestleMania 42, also known as WrestleMania Las Vegas. Again, this is just my 2 cents, my bullshit opinion. Whether you like it or not, whatever. I want to go ahead and thank you for your time. Leave a comment, hit the like button, share, and in the comments, tell me what you think, where I'm right, where I'm wrong. It is wrestling, and it's supposed to be fun, even though I hate most of the people on there. Vader Saber 1984, also known as that drunk guy and his bullshit opinion. Until next time, take care of yourself, and WWE, try not to fuck this up. Cheers. Let me take a drink for this. This is going to be sad. I don't watch the product. So why are we watching this, Travis? If you don't know anything, why? I guess that's what I get for not drinking before I wrote all this down. Fuck it.